Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this unusual pair of electrical pliers is the Knipex Dismantling Plier. Comes in a few different finishes and different handles. The number on this one is the 1342165. In some ways it's similar to this Weehaw. This is the Z14109-170. There we go. And it's more designed for the European market, I'm told. Standard, it's got a set of cutting knives, it's got 2.5, 1.5 strippers, and then a special kind of front end designed for pulling after scoring insulation, the external insulation on round wire. So that's similar here. It's got the cutting knives, it's got the 1.5, get the light there, 1.5 and 2.5 millimeter stripping, and then the cutting knives designed for the external insulation on round wire. So if I have a piece of round wire, let me cut this guy here. Basically, this is not the kind of wire I think it's designed for. But what you do is be able to grab it. You see how that slides through like that? Yet I'm at an unusual angle, similar with the Weehaw, might be at this angle here, which allows a direct pull. Or another way to think about it is I can insert this all the way up against the back of an electrical box. So up against the end of that thing, and then I can do my scoring there. So when I pull the insulation off, I'm actually able to have the wires be exposed all the way to the back of the insulation box. Whereas if we have traditional cutters or something like this, you know, these Milwaukee's here, these are the new 1000 volt rated ones playing around. I really like these, actually, the best of the set. But anyway, I can't really get into the back to do that kind of cutting, or especially if I want to try to use any kind of a larger wire stripper. So anyway, what does it look like? Try to make this thing work. I can grab the wire here. Oh, you notice there's kind of a stepping down around the collars to where the knives are. This is probably the cost of these things. They're about 50 bucks on Amazon. I know that's kind of a lot of money for an unusual plier, especially for an American buying a European plier, but I have a kind of a fascination with these things. There are 0 reviews on it, and I couldn't really find much online about them. But anyway, here they are. That's why I'm doing the video. So I can grab the wire there, and then I can score it just like that, and either try to pull it off with the plier, or if I've scored it all the way, I could grab it maybe with my hand. This isn't the exact kind of wire that's designed, but anyway, I could pull the insulation off if I had more to work with, or just slide it up with these like that. And then once I've got the wire, it's definitely not designed for this kind of wire, this telecom wire. It's just all I had on hand. Is I could easily throw in my stripper here. However, if you look at the stripping, the way this closes, it doesn't close completely. You see that? Compared to other things. So it's a little bit different to use. Again, probably more of a twist, you know, or a bit of an angle, and then you can easily, you know, grab it, versus maybe the more traditional kind of stripping that we're used to, that easily pops these off. But anyway, so similar to the Weehaw, it's a little bit of an unusual plier. I've tried it on several different kinds of cable here as well, just to see. Lop off the end on that guy. Actually, these big giant clines they make life so much easier when you're trying to cut it much of anything. But anyway, I can go to larger wire like this and easily score that if I want, until I can, oops, pull it off. I've got it all the way around. Kind of messy. The pulling angle is kind of handy. Probably making everyone cringe trying to get this wire off, or this insulation off. But the angle, that's kind of what I was curious about playing around with, is it's a more natural pull with these kinds of pliers than it is, you know, if you're trying to hold the plier this way and pull, because you've got a rotational force here. Some of them that are in the middle, you can grab the plier in the center, you know, and try to pull. But anyway, there it is. If you've got information about these, you know, what else it's like, be kind of nice to know. I could get more use out of them. Here's another example. Throw this in here, lop it off. So this is a 3-wire, except these are stranded. I feel like aluminum with a big rubber, kind of a rubber insulation, probably for water. So there we are, and then move to the 2. On this one, you see the 2.5 near the bottom. This one's got the 2.5 near the top, so I have to remember the difference. But then I could grab that, and there's my wire. So they are pretty efficient. I like the angle. Necessity? No, not for my job, or not for Americans probably, but there they are. The Knipex 1342-165 dismantling pliers. And with that, Doc out.